Hello, captains. It's me, TONIK TZW, here in the Tier 7 Premium American battleship, the Constellation. I'm going to try and get through some of the backlog of videos that I've got sat on the PlayStation and keep you guys entertained. If it's your first time here along the channel and you're looking to learn some things about World of Warships Legends, please do consider hitting that subscribe button for the channel, and also leave me a like and a comment if you think it was a game well played. So in Division with a PlayStation friend, maybe a gamer, and I can't remember now if it's Abe or Gabe. So if you do see this video, please do leave me a comment and remind me, because I feel awful not remembering people's names the whole time. Um, Abe/Gabe is in the Haven, and we've spawned here on B cap. And you know me, I always say, doesn't matter what cap you get, you should play it. Certainly in domination, because if you control a cap, or if the enemy team controls a cap, that is going to give you or them a points advantage. So even if you can't take that cap, you should at least do whatever you can to prevent the other team from taking it. If somebody's going to sail into a cap and you're just going to keep resetting them every salvo that you get off, and I'm sorry to this guy for parking his backside straight in front of me, but if you move out of the way, then I can put myself in a position where I can do something. But yeah, prevent the enemy from taking the cap. And there's a Navarin and an Amalfi out here who are going to do, or they're going to try to do that with us until such times as it becomes apparent that they aren't going to have everything entirely their own way. Now, I'm trying to record this video on a headset that is partially fallen to pieces because the PlayStation ear cups have come a little bit loose, but I have got some super glue to fix them. So my own voice sounds a little bit funny in my head as I'm recording this. But we get the Amalfi spotted. We know he's got those depth charge torpedoes, which once launched take forever to get anywhere. But the Navarin also has torpedoes, and I want to say it's 10k range on those, perhaps. Not exactly sure because I don't have that ship. I think it was quite a pricey one that basically Warriors and Wales got their hands on, although a few of my friends do have it as well. We've poked our nose around the corner. We've poked a bit of a hornet's nest as well. The Amalfi and the Navarin there are trying to prevent us from getting onto this cap. But maybe a gamer there with his low detectability on the Harbin is able to sneak in. It looks like our carrier is harassing those guys out there. And you'd think with a broadside Amalfi that I'd be able to get a decent shot on. But no, he turns into those shells. And we get 2 pens and 1 overpen. But it looks like we are going to have this cap taken before too long. But I'm also watching the other red indicators of red team ships here because I don't want to push out too early. They can try and draw us through the map, but what I'm trying to do is use this island on my left to screen. And here comes some more torpedoes. And obviously, yes, we are going to eat one of those. So now we're burning. We've got a flood. But what we are doing here is we are tanking damage, and we're using our hit points to basically soak some of these shots from the Amalfi and the Navarin as we back out of detection range, back out of visibility. But we are spotted again, and I don't know who that is. There is a radar up. And I'm thinking, okay, what is going on here? So I pop my radar to see what I can see, and I can't see anything. But that radar is spotting that ship across there, 8.2 k's away from us, hiding on the corner. and most of Red Team appear to have gravitated towards Charlie Cap because Alpha Cap has been taken. I think they accounted for 2 ships out there. Um, it is a carrier game. And so what we are doing is thinking, okay, if these guys can hold the left flank, then we can wait for the guys on Alpha Cap to push forwards, and then we can push through center. So the Navaran and the Amalfi did quite a decent job there of trying to hold us back from taking this capture point. But Blue Team do now control all 3 capture points. You'll see that it is even Stevens on ships. We have 7 apiece. But we've got, what have we got? Not quite a 300-point lead as the Amalfi pushes in again. He really does want to get himself some damage and some kills. So there we go. This time he's not going to be as lucky, and we drop a single citadel through him. And although he's in a position to spot, he is going to roll a smoke and try and get away. And there we go, he disappears. Now, I'm watching the counter for my heal, 20 something seconds there. And I'm just thinking if that Amalfi is going to run towards Charlie, then if we put ourselves in a position where we can get shots on, okay, that's good. The Navaran has pushed further out. And I say to maybe a gamer now that, okay, I'm going to push through. I'm going to sail straight broadside to this Navaran. I'm hoping he's looking in the other direction, but we're going to power through, get a shot off, and then try and disappear behind these islands. We did get a kill assist on the Amalfi, which means that we haven't got risk of his torpedoes coming at us anymore. And then I see the New Jersey. I was like, oh crap. But salvo on the Navaran there, his secondaries are going. We're going to dip from detection behind that island. Nearly 33k double citadel. How that wasn't a dev strike, I don't know. But the New Jersey that I was worried about, I needn't be worried about because he has taken himself the long way round the outside of the map and is absolutely no risk to me at the moment. So we're going to get our engines up to full steam and we're going to power across to Charlie Cap and try and give these guys the squeeze. No idea where the carrier is, probably run for the bottom corner of the map, but we know we've got the New Jersey. I've popped my radar, put torpedoes across the corner there, thinking that this Albemarle might try to back up against me. Maybe a gamer has pushed back through Bravo Cap to try and cut them off in case they try and push round. So now we've got a little bit of a risk here because in pushing into Charlie, we've got that gap in the middle where we could potentially take a hit from the New Jersey, which is not what we want to do. Our carrier is gone out of the game. I'm not sure who killed our carrier, but I imagine it was the New Jersey pushing that flank. And I am trying to be sneaky and just keep pushing this Albemarle around because I'm potentially in torpedo range. Don't know where those torps came from. Perhaps the Albemarle, perhaps the CV. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. But we are going to push through onto this cap. 4 ships, plays 3, but we're on a 500-point lead at the moment. I've got a reasonable amount of health there, probably just over 2/3 of my health, and I'm just trying to keep my guns trained on where this Albemarle is going to be, and for what it's worth, trying to keep my bow in towards where I thought the New Jersey might appear. But we're on the cap. Red team know that I'm here now. Now, does the Albemarle turn around or is he going to continue to push? Now, maybe a gamer there, I think, has popped his smoke. And it's a little bit unfortunate that I still don't have a radar available. But I'm trying to stay undetected as long as possible just to give me the opportunity to try and take this cap in its entirety. Now, we had a beautiful roll of RNG against that Navaran for almost 33k. And what happened with this salvo? Absolutely unbelievable. The guy's going away from me. He's at a slight angle. We've got AP loaded. We take the cap. He's turning away, but watch this. Bang. Double Citadel straight through the sunroof on that ship. And Dev Strike breaks us through 100k and carries onto us. But it doesn't matter because this game is practically in the bag. Now we know where the New Jersey was, and there's a good chance that he's going to be coming round the corner in front of us. And lo and behold, there he is. Now I can afford to trade a few hit points here. This guy's got big guns. He hits hard. We get a good hit on him, and I'm thinking, okay, wait for the reload, push towards him, get the secondaries into play. We can get ourselves a kill. But no, the game ends before we can punish him for that. And that was a little bit disappointing because had we been able to kill him, I think that would have been more than a 3000 XP game. So a little bit disappointed, but an absolute beauty double roll of RNG on the Navaran and on the cruiser as well. So I hope you've liked that one. Me playing a ship that's a little bit different to what I normally play, but I try to mix and match it as best as I can. So if you have enjoyed it, as I said, smash that like button, leave me a comment, subscribe if you haven't, and you can always take out a membership to the channel as well if you're feeling generous. As always, until next time, take care of yourselves and goodbye.